Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Welcome to Beema's Crafty Corner. I am Beema, better known as Els, and we are working on our Dark Macabre journal. And before we get that started, I got my washi tape swap. I think it actually came in day before yesterday, but Howard didn't get it out of the box until today. So I got a letter and some doilies. That's personal. We won't talk about that. And then I got some washi tape. Oh, look, we got some spider webs. We can use that. We can use that today. I'll use that one. And then I got some strips of washi. Bless you, my dear. This is like make your own washi. And then, ooh, look at this. This is a foil that's been sent through embossing folders. I love it. Thank you very much for my swap. We're going to use this one today. Hi, Harry. Hi, Harry. What you doing, kitty? I'm going to fix this camera here a bit. There we go. Okay. Harry likes to nuzzle the camera. Like, go on, blue light. There he is. There's the Harry. Yeah. Hi, baby. Good morning. I know you just woke up, huh? You just woke up. You've been asleep this whole day. You slept through breakfast? Yes, you did. It rained all night, so you were up freaking out, huh? Yeah, you don't like the rain, huh? You don't like it. No, you don't. You don't like rain. It was big storms, huh? I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the rain scared you, baby. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. So, you have to get down, and I have to get to work. I know, in your opinion, my only job is to cater to your every whim. I know. Get down. Come on. Come on. Get down. Here's your knee. Get down. Down. I gotta work. People come and they expect to see what's on the title. Not, ooh, look at Harry for 5 minutes. Yes, I love you. I'm going to throw the dogs out. Yeah, I'm going to throw you two out. Let's go. Come on, Jake. All right, I've thrown the dogs out. Now I'm going to give you treats to get you to go off my desk. Because getting off the work table and getting off the desk are two very important things for Mom to be able to work. So, go on. Knee down. Scooch a booch. There you go. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we're going to be working on the journal. And I went ahead and made the book. And this is our book. And we did 3 fins in here. I don't know why I got this one backwards, but I did. But I guess it doesn't really matter. So we're going to have 1 signature, 2 signatures, and 3 signatures in this one. And we got a couple of flips in there, and we're going to add some more flips and, you know, stuff. So that's the cover. And we have 3 signatures. I'm doing one offline, you know, off camera. And so we are working in the first signature, which is the A signature today. And we've started a little bit. Hi, Michelle. And so we've started a little bit of it. We have a belly band here with the big journal card. And then we have one of our make-aheads that we put in. And this started off very basic. Let's see if I have another one that I can show you. Yep, here it is. I have to get to them. So they start off looking like this. And it just has, it's got a pocket here on the side. And that's it. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. And so we took it from this to this by just adding some ink and a little bit of decoration. And then we slide in a journal card and it fits in anything. That's what a make-ahead is all about. It can work in anything. All right. So then we flip and we have, this is one of those Tim Holtz cards that nobody knows what to do it with, anything with. So I have one of those and we put in a little journaling card here, some washi tape and a tag. And then over here, we have one of our paperclip envelopes, which we're going to be doing tonight on the craft with me, I believe. And then we have this, which is a journal card and pocket. So on the back, it's a journaling card. And on the front, it's a pocket. This is not what's going to stay in here. We're going to make a card for this. Matter of fact, we're going to do that today. But, And then we have a little bit of an embellishment here, some washi tape, and the rest of the page is left for actual journaling. I know, scary, right? A journal that you can journal in. Terrifying. So we're going to go ahead and turn the page. We've got just a little bit of detail here. That's the other side of the envelope. So this page is set up for writing. And then we have this little page that we just did some stamping on. We're going to be doing stamping throughout. We have this little spiderweb stamp. We're using it. And then we have this page, which we haven't done anything to, but this is going to be for journaling. So we're just going to do some very light detail on here. This we made last night in our idea book episode, which is this book right here. And in here we have like all of the, the stuff that we do. And here's the one from last night. So it's in the book. And then there's some directions here that tell you how to make this out of a junk mail envelope. So, and it's a little different than most junk mail envelopes because we don't really over decorate it. We leave it as an envelope. And then it has a little tag inside of it. So this is kind of where we're at. We need to finish this page and work on this page. So let's get to it. Let's get busy. Got itchy nose this morning. All right. So I want to use some of this washi tape that she sent me. So I think I'm going to put it right here or right there. I don't know. I'm putting it on here because it looks like this little spider web here. So let's see. I gotta find the end. Oh. Where should we put it? I think we're going to put it at the top. Or maybe down the side. Maybe over here. Oh, we're putting it over here. It belongs over here. Okay. See, you never know until you look at it. It belongs over there. So I'm going to get some adhesive here. Usually, I can either use glue or I can use my stick glue. So one of the few things that I actually use stick glue for is washi tape. Because it just doesn't hold, But it works pretty good on washi tape. Because as we all know, washi tape only sticks to two things. Itself and your fingers. All right, so we're going to put this on here. I need to get a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to take that off. There. We have enough left to do a journaling card or something. So maybe another piece like this that's a shorter piece. I'm going to trim this at the top because it's a little bit, I got a little bit over. So I'm just going to trim it. There we go. Then we're going to put the whole book back together. Alrighty. Hey, Rose. All right, so now we have the bag of stuff. So we're going to see what's in here, okay? Let's open it up. We'll take all of this out. Oh. I'm still a little salty about that. We won't talk about it. Okay. Still a little salty about it. All right, so we do have, I die cut a whole bunch of these spider webs. So we have a bunch of these. Oh my God, we have a lot of them. Here we go. Okay, more stuff. Okay. All right, so that stuff's all pre-cut. This is not. We're going to put it back in the bag. All righty. That's my A. Go right there. All right. So now we have to figure out what we're doing with the rest of this page. Now, what do I want to do with it? I don't know. Well, we have this. And I'm going to clean this up. And then just because nobody, because I get yelled at about this one, we're using, I have no idea what this is called. Black soot. Because I get yelled at. People are like, well, what color did you use to ink that? You should tell us. Why? So yours can look exactly like mine? I don't think so. I want you to look, do your own thing. So, the book, which of course we're going to do, we're going to put everything in it at the end. I just can't. I used to be able to work with it, with my signatures in already, but now I can't. I just can't. All right, I kind of like that. There we go. Come on, let it flow, let it flow. I have to remember not to squeeze this bottle. It's just so hard. I want to squeeze it. But if I squeeze it, I get blobs of glue, and I don't want blobs of glue. I just want a little bit of glue. Because it's our glitter glue, and you don't need a lot of it. Okay. So I'm good with that because I like to leave that writing space, So now, let's see what we're going to do on this other one. No idea. I don't know. Ooh, we did talk about her, that we liked this color, but I think I'm going to do her on the other side. So we'll leave that one for later. All right, let's see. I'm going to do this little one. We could do this sort of as a tuck. Would be tight though. Would be tight. I don't know. We could do him as a tuck. Let's put some ink on him and see if we like him. Okay, so this is the Dark Macabre Journal. I do one like every year, different themes. This year, this theme was suggested by Christine E., who said New Orleans. So we're loosely basing it on New Orleans, because, well, New Orleans has got, they got the old mansions and they have vampire history and they have voodoo and they have zombies and you know what I mean? It's just that there's so much going on down there. So this is very loosely associated with New Orleans. Do, 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 do. And so we're doing a 3-signature, 3-fin flip album journal for this one. All right, so now we need a journaling card, which for whatever reason don't think I put in. I did down here. Well, crap, let's get out the washi tape too. While we're in here, let's get the washi tape out. We'll go back in that bag 20 times. All right, so we need a journaling card for this one. I think we're going to do this one. So let's go ahead and we'll gently round the corners here. If I was on all day, this thing would be done in a day. But I can't stay on all day. I just can't. All right, and these are backed on just some tea-dyed cardstock that I do. And y'all be happy to know that because my granddaughter was here, I pulled out my dye bin, the bin that I used to dye in. I'm a little concerned about that. I'm going to glue this down. Because my process is a little bit different than some other people. And so when I'm dyeing paper, I cook it. So it goes into a pan, a special cooking thing. And I put in, you guys know I don't do big loads. So I only put about 3 inches of water in my pan. And then I only put in about 100 sheets of paper at most. And I cook it at 350 degrees for an hour. Basically, yeah, I make paper like that because I'm a chef. What do you want from me? All right, so let's go ahead and flip this over. Now, we did talk about using her on one of these pages. So I just don't know if I want to save her and do her as I don't see her in the middle of the page as a belly band. I think she needs to be up at the top. And this is not the right page for her. I don't like this page at all. I like the darker color, which this side is darker, and I like her on the darker. So I think I'm going to save her for back here. Yeah, see, she works better back here. So let's put a pin in that, so we remember that's where she's going. Because I'll forget, you know? I always do. All right, so we're going to put a pin in her, because she's going to go right there. And we're going to go to this page. Now, I do have... No, this goes better over here. We could get back that owl, because we liked that. We're going to put the owl up here. He's already inked, so I'm not worried about him, because this is one of those made pieces of ephemera. I have to remember to put the cap back on this, or the glue at the tip dries, and then it doesn't want to come out. And then when I do get it to come out, it bubbles everywhere. All right, so we're going to put this over here. Hi, Miss Christine. And then this one, we did this pocket. This is an easy to do pocket. I keep telling you guys I'm going to do a video on this, how to make this, but I never get to it. But you know what? I'm going to put it on my list. Hold on. What am I doing today? I have to go over to Alex's because Shaylee took her sewing machine home and forgot to take the pedal. Yeah. So I have to do that. And then I should probably take my meds. I'll do that. But let me put on here, make vid on slot pocket. Okay. So let me get my pills because I haven't done that yet either. See, I am wow this morning. It rained yesterday, finally. And so my head's feeling better. So I'm going to get caught up on stuff. I'm going to make this a pocket that you can slide stuff out of the side on it as well. So I'm only going to glue this on 3 sides. Now, this particular one, you could put this in a different pocket if you wanted to. You can use it as a journaling card and put it in a pocket and then take it out. And then you would have like your journaling card. And then inside, you have another journaling card. So you could have 2 journaling cards here, or you could use it as just a glue down pocket, or you can do what I'm going to do right now. And that is, I'm going to put glue around the outside of this and glue it down and make a side tuck out of it. Do, 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 do. All right. So now we have this one that'll come up, and we're going to put one in on the side. Like this way. So this probably won't stay there, but we're just going to put it in anyway as a holding space. So, but either way, we know we're going to round corners on it and we're going to ink it. So we'll do that right now. So I was trying to find a picture that I wanted to include in here because there's nothing that's more iconic New Orleans, haunted New Orleans, than the grave of Madame Laveau, Marie Laveau. But I cannot find a picture of her tomb at night. And I don't want a daytime picture. I want a nighttime picture. Because it's cool with all of the candles going and all of the the cigar's lit and all that stuff. And you get the best effect of that at night. And I cannot find a nighttime picture of it anywhere. It's like all you chicken butts taking pictures of her tomb, but nobody will go there after dark. So, Mike did make a suggestion that I just do it in, take a color, a daytime photo and just do it in grayscale and see if I can make it look like it's at night. But it's still going to miss, the candle glow and the cigars. Oh, it's okay. I'll figure it out. So, alrighty. So we got this little guy up here. And we got this one over here, that. And I think we're going to add some washi tape over here. This is Martha Stewart, which means it's not really washi tape so much as it's a roll of stickers. I don't know what her problem is, but this is like peel back sticker. And it hates me, so I'm going to see if I can get this open. Yay. And then get some glue. Put some glue down here. Come on. There we go. Takes it a second. See that? I put a little bit of pressure on the bottle. And all of a sudden it just flies out of there. Okay. And then we're going to get our memento. Somebody asked me why I was not using distress ink for the stamping. Because if I get glue on it, it will smudge. And I don't want it to. I don't want to deal with the smudges. Sometimes I'm not even getting the whole stamp on there because of what's underneath it, but that's okay. I can live with it. If y'all can, I don't care. I just don't want to take up, space in the center. Because that would be rude. Okay. So yeah, so I'm going to get some paper done. I'm probably going to start with tea dye, to be honest, because all of my linen that was tea dyed previously is nasty. It's nasty, and it needs to be gotten rid of. So. See, I half stamped this, so I'm trying to figure out if I can cover part of it. We're going to put this on there. Let it flow, let it flow. Don't squeeze the bottle anymore. Let it flow, let it flow. I think I use that song because it annoys the crap out of me. I'll remember because it annoys me. Saw you bubbling. Okay. So we have those. Remember, we're leaving maximum writing space because this is a journal. And that means you're supposed to write in this thing. All right, center page. All right, we're going to do a paper clip. So let's get some ink on here. Let me get the card out. I think we did this on a live too. And then I just, it's a make ahead, and then I just decorated it for this journal. It has like this French paper, you know, like French newsprint kind of thing. That's why I said this would be good for this, because it's got this like French look to it, and you know, New Orleans. So this is a journal card on the inside. There's really no decoration on the front of it because it's very, you know, this was a make ahead. So we need to put something on here. So let's see, what should we put on there? Oh, I like this guy. We're going to do him. Is anybody else buffering? There's a lot of storms right now. I know that. All right, here we go. I'm going to get that glue bubble off of there. There we go. All right, some glue. Now this has to be flat because this is a very tight fit. Let's get the music going in the right direction. Put this in. And I think I want to put a little bit of a pull tab on it. So let me get my little bits box. Okay. And I don't need a lot. Let me get my stapler. Stapler! Okay. Good. We're going to put that in there. Now it's got a little tab to pull it out. I'm going to add this to this page. There. And that adds it on here. Bye. See you later, Christine. Drive careful, honey. So I'm going to put some ink on here and let's see what this does. Sometimes you put the ink on and you go, nope, 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 nope. Sometimes you put it on and you go, yeah. I gotta find, you know, what I'm looking for here. Ooh. Okay, I think we're gonna do this one. I don't remember where I got these from, but I gotta tell you, these are some of the best Halloween words I've seen. I'll have to look and see where I got them from. Because they're awesome. Okay, we're going to do this. Shoop. Shoop. You got to find the right words. You know, you can't just slap a word on there, though. It still has to be the right one. Yesterday was a bitch, guys, I'm telling you. So I decided yesterday that I was going to go get my damn Chinese food. I get a craving every now and then, and I've got to go get me some. So I went to go get some Chinese food from my favorite Chinese restaurant. I've been eating there for 26 years. 25 years. 25. Almost 26 years. And I'll be honest, they've pretty much had the same menu for 26 years. It's a buffet. Now they've gotten a little heavy on the seafood, and I can't eat seafood, but that's okay because I only go there for like 4 things anyway. They do this chicken and broccoli that I like. Sometimes they have beef and broccoli. Not my favorite, but I do like the chicken and broccoli. They do these batter dipped chicken skewers. So good. And then they have pot stickers that they fry instead of poach, so they're better. And then they have the best chow mein in Vegas. It is by far the best chow mein in Vegas. And so I decided I'm going to go get me some Chinese food. And we've celebrated family things there. You know, that's the restaurant. We've had birthday parties there for grandkids, and we've celebrated milestones in the family. Oh, you graduated from kindergarten. Let's go get chow mein. So we'll go there. You know, it's that restaurant, that one. And I think it kind of, for me, it harks back to when I was a kid. My grandfather used to take us over to Patterson in this warehouse district. There was this Chinese restaurant that was upstairs. You had to go up this really steep staircase to get up there. And like, if you didn't know it was there, you didn't know, you know. If you knew, you knew. If you didn't, nobody knew, you know, kind of thing. And it was a real this was, of course, back before they really had, like, you know, restaurant editorials and stuff. And we used to go in there, and he used to keep pork chops just for my grandmother, because my grandmother didn't like Chinese food. But my grandfather called it Chinese picnic. And we would go and have Chinese picnic. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. Chinese picnic. Love that place. I honestly don't even think that, like, other than my grandfather, I don't think anybody in my family really knew it existed before we started eating there. But it really was. It was like in a warehouse district, and it was above one of the warehouses, And it was totally decked out Chinese restaurant too. Everything was black lacquer and red, and they had the family dining tables, with the spinning centers, and you would order tea and they would bring you the pot of tea, and no tea bags here. All the food came out in those silver bowls that have the stand on them, and then they have the big, bowl at the top so that the family could share it. So we'd go in there and get cashew chicken and egg foo young and chow mein and fried rice, and the chow mein and the fried rice like came automatically, so you just ordered your entrees kind of thing. I want this, but I also want the damn crow, so I gotta find a crow. I need a crow. I know I have some. Let me just find them. Here we go. My crows. Let's get one out. All right, that lives down there now until I need it. All right, here we go. So we would go over and we would get Chinese picnic. And that's what this place is for us. So we go over there. I go over there yesterday. And it rained yesterday in Vegas. And I mean, it rained. Now, when I say it rains, most people just consider it to be, where they live, that's probably just drizzle. But here it rained. Like here for us, that's rain. And so I head out to go get my Chinese food from my version of the Chinese picnic. And half the lights in Vegas are out. And apparently nobody in Vegas knows that when the light is out, you treat it like a stop sign. Oh my God, there was an accident at almost like every third intersection. Just stupid little fender benders. And I watched. I seriously watched. I sat at a light. I stopped at the light. And the turn traffic went. And then it was time for this traffic to go. So this traffic starts to go, and the guy who's third in line over here, so the second and third people on this lane of traffic, they decide they're going to go too. So when this is done, they do the turn thing. So as the third guy's in the intersection, these people are already starting to make their turns. And so this guy gets whacked and gets spun around in the intersection. Okay, now we have another freaking accident. Ugh, you people are putzes. It's like, can't you figure this out? It's a stop sign now. Just total idiots, His tail is too long. It's okay. We're going to trim him. Not a lot, but it makes a difference, you know? All right, we're taking him back up here. I like the idea of him standing on his own skull. Okay. Yeah, so, and that was like the third accident on that strip of road, and I only went like 4 miles on that road. But it's like, come on, are you people that stupid? Let's just figure it out. When the lights are broken, you treat a stop sign, a stoplight, like a stop sign, and you freaking stop. No, they have to run and race through the light. And, oh my God, people, get it together. Just total idiots. Just even after people. He was just saying hi, mommy. You know it. It's like, ugh. And God help you if you're a if you're a freaking pedestrian trying to walk across the street. Because that is not happening. You're not getting across the street. Nope. I was sitting at one corner, and there had to be 20 people all stacked up at the corner trying to get across the road. And you know they're trying to catch a bus. You know it. Because in Vegas, there's homeless people and people trying to catch a bus. That's what you see on the road. It's 60. Yeah, for us, that's a storm. And I'm like, are you kidding? Let them cross the street. I was sitting at an intersection. I'm first at the light. This light's working. It's the one right here by my house. So I'm sitting there. I'm at the light. I'm waiting. I've got to tear this open and put some, it's all red and sore. I'm going to have to tear that open and put some peroxide on it. So before I got to the light, like a cop car and a tactical response vehicle went through the light when it was still green going that way. So I was like, okay, so I'm sitting at the light and you hear the siren and you know it's coming. This light to go this way turns green and I'm looking and I can see that cop. He's coming into the turn lane going this way and he pulls up behind this little car that's sitting there and he's like full sirens, full lights, making hand gestures. And this guy does not want to make a left-hand turn because he doesn't have a green light. Finally, he starts to pull. And the guy behind me starts laying on his horn. And I don't mean like beep, beep. I mean like, meh, meh. And I look in my mirror and he's like, come on. And I'm like, do you not see the cop car right there, full lights and sirens, 20 feet from you, jackwad? I am not going into that intersection. No. So then we start to drive. After the cop car goes, I go ahead, I look both ways. There's nothing else coming. So I go ahead and go. And I go through the intersection, and this guy runs up on my butt and then swerves to the right and goes around me. And I'm already doing 45 in a 45. He must have been doing 60. And he goes by me, and I looked at him and went, yeah, well, that makes sense. California plates. And then he swoops back in front of me and almost clips the front of my car. Which, oh, by the way, according to California law, would be my fault. Guess what? Nevada, not so much. And I have a dash cam. Ugh. Like, don't get me wrong, I love California. Parts of it. I like Northern California much more than I like Southern California. The problem is California drivers can be very aggressive, and they have the law on their side. I've never been to an accident before, an accident site where I've had cops ask me if the person that's injured caused the accident. Like, somebody gets hit by a car. Well, did they jump in front of it? Never had that asked of me before, except in California, Southern California especially. Oh, he wasn't here. He was asleep. Okay, so it wasn't him. Good thing, because I'd have to drive out there and kick his ass. But see, we're doing this page kind of Ravens. So I guess we're going to put this guy right here. And we'll treat him like a tuck. So they come here, and this is what happened. They did this in Phoenix back in the 90s as well. LA outsources their convicts. LA County contracts with either private detention companies or with counties that have bigger jails but not as many inmates. And California will pay to have them shipped. Well, the problem with that is that when they get shipped, shortly thereafter, so too does their girlfriend, their wife, their baby mama, and all their kids. Hi, Miss Maury. And so we end up with a lot of out-of-state drivers that still think that they're driving by California laws. And there are laws in California that say that if you hit a car, if there's a traffic accident and that damage is behind a certain area of the car, then it's automatically the fault of the person who's behind them because they didn't slow down to let them over. Well, here they drive like idiots. Then on top of it, we have people from all over the world who come here and rent cars and drive. So we have traffic laws from all over the world going on. I don't drive on the Strip because there's the out of country, the out of states, the locals, the employees that are late for work, and then there's the cab drivers who have their own set of rules, like stop signs, stoplights, crosswalks. None of that applies to them at all. Yeah, they're just no. So, well, they come here, and what they don't realize here is that much like London, Vegas is covered with CCTV. It's everywhere. Everywhere. So when you have an accident here, and you do something like that where it's road rage and you run you cut somebody off, and almost everybody who lives here has dash cams because we have to watch out for idiots from other countries and other states that come and they hit us and drive our insurance rates up. So we got tired of it and we just all started carrying dash cams. So we can prove it's them and not us. And yeah, so all the lights were out. This jackwad cuts me off. I was out with Buggy the other day and he was like, do these people not know how to drive? And then on top of it, there's like a huge portion of our population here that have those e-bikes and the e-scooters. Those things go 30 miles an hour. They're not required to wear helmets. They are not required to have any kind of safety turn signals, lights, or anything like that on them. They're not required to wear like reflective vests. Those bikes are pure black. Wheels, everything. They barely have reflectors on them. And they're on a bicycle, so they'd ride like they're on bicycles, and they figure they don't have to stop for stoplights. They don't have to stop for stop signs. They can just do what they want. And if we hit them, we're at fault. So, dash cams. Oh, no, 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 no. Here, you get, yeah, we get a lot of that. California drivers come here, and because it's legal in California, they assume that it's totally okay here, and they sit in public and do it. You should see them get ticked off when they get arrested for doing it in their car. Here, they get a driving under the influence charge. It's legal in Nevada. It's legal in Las Vegas. It's even legal in the county. However, if you're in a car and you get pulled over and you have it with you, if it's sealed and it's in the heat sealed bag, it's okay. But if you break that bag open and it's in your car, you're going to jail for possession. Public possession. It's a whole new charge. Nevada doesn't mess around. Yes, it's legal. Yes, you can smoke it. You can do it in your own yard. You can do it in your own house. You cannot do it in your vehicle because that's like drinking and going to sleep in your car. As far as they're concerned, you had some kind of an intention to use that vehicle. So driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated are two different charges here, but they will also get you for inebriating substances while in operation of a motor vehicle. They will actually get you with attempted vehicular assault. They'll hit you with charges out the wazoo. Here, you cannot drive under the influence. And here, they've already changed the laws that the police not only have the right to check your blood for alcohol, but they can also check it for THC. All right, let's see. How are we doing? Well, we're doing okay. It's not bad. I really liked this when I first saw it, but now I don't. So I'm going to see if I can make it so I like it. Like, is it just the fact that it's a ticket that bothers me? Or is it like the whole thing? I don't know. Okay, as an image, it's okay. Doesn't bother me so much. So let's look at that. We'll keep an eye on it. I want to do a pocket. Oh. All right, here we go. Okay, let me see. I don't know. I'm going to do a pocket. I screwed that one up totally. Can't do that one. Let me do this. Can we do this? We could do this. And that. But I have nothing to put in here. Because, well, I do. I could do one of these. All right, let's do that. All right. Yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna back this. Rose is probably listening, but dealing with her baby. Okay. Her baby just got her Bluey kitchen yesterday. Rose put it together. She kicked it into shape. And this. All right. I'm going around this. Around that. Poke a hole up here. There. Get rid of these. I gotta order a bunch of new eyelets. I'm running low. Okay, ink. And across the top. All right. That can go in there. And it can go right here. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay. All right, this is going to be fun. Like I can't squeeze the glue bottle, but I want to. All right, here we go. Come on. Oh, here we go. I'm used to doing this with my needle points, and I don't have any glue in them right now because I'm trying not to rely on them. In the interim, you end up getting a lot of glue. All right, so we're going to put this on here. And I'm going to use this. There. Cover that. All right. So now, need a little bit of washi. If I can find the end. Children of the night. There we go. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've done 7 pages today. I think that's enough for one day. All right. What are we doing tonight? Oh, clusters. That's right. Okay. All righty then. Let me grab the book. All right. So this month, our Projects 25 Challenge are, of course, playing cards and or packing tape. Any kind of packing tape. Doesn't have to be the clear stuff. It can be whatever you want. And some playing cards. And let's see. So tonight we're going to do the craft with me, and I think we're doing clusters. Not entirely sure, but I think so. And Tomorrow we'll have mixed media. Sunday, of course, we'll have the game. And Monday is going to be your Monday mixed media mini morsel. Ah, I can finally say it. I am posting through January at this point. So if you would like a copy of the schedule, give me a chance to update it. I haven't done that since like the beginning of the month. So I will get that updated for you guys. If you would like a copy of my schedule, you can get it here on my YouTube channel in the tabs or the posts or the community or whatever they're calling it. What else? You could also get it in my Facebook group if you'd like to join my Facebook group. If you would like to get some free digitals, maybe you want to buy some digitals, maybe you want to check out my Etsy store, maybe you want to support the channel, whatever it is you want to do. If you want to cyber stalk me, if you go down to the description and hit more, you're going to see all of my links. You can find me. I do go live, I don't know, like 5 or 6 times a week, some mornings, some evenings. And you're welcome to join me at any one of those that you would like. Until I see you again, stay cool, stay hydrated, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye. Oh, maybe she'll do some clusters.